my best.
Well, g'day, kia ora, fellow stream classmates. We're back for another episode of Where Are You Now? Now, the rural farming community was really the backbone of St. Pat's Stream, and our year was certainly no exception. We had many good boys from all around the country and some really hardcore farmers who really made a difference to our year. Now, look, straight into it. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome your friend and fellow old boy, the one and only from Taihape, of course, Mr. Justin McCarthy. G'day, Justin.
How's it going, Huge?
Oh, look, it's awesome. And thanks for joining us, man. I know for a fact the feedback I've been getting, the boys who will be watching this video are just so keen to see you and catch up with you and hear about your lives. You know, we've all moved on a bit. We've all got a bit older, so it's quite cool just to recap on a few things and to see where you are. So thank you so much for joining us this morning, Justin. You're looking good, bro.
Yeah, no problem. Sundays mornings aren't too bad. Like it's a bit of a sleeping today, so that's all good. Yeah.
Awesome. So before we start the questions, where are you right now, right this minute? Like, are you in your house, and is there anyone else around you? Give us your exact location.
Yeah, no, just sitting in the lounge this morning. Yeah, I've got my wife and one of our kids at home at the moment. Jack, he's typical teenager. He's actually having a bit of a sleep in this morning. We took him out last night. We were at the local rugby club, and they had a bit of a do on there for a trophy match, which has been going for 40 years. And it was Deanna's family that had presented the trophy 40 years ago for a past lost family member. So, yeah, we had a bit of a celebration last night. So everyone's a little bit dusty this morning. Yeah.
Oh, good on you, Just. So you're in on the farm in rural Taihape somewhere?
Yep. We're sort of a family farm. Like I'm fourth or fifth generation. So yeah, I'm on here now. So yeah, it's my crack, and we'll see what happens after that. Yeah. So yeah, back in Taihape. Don't say back. I haven't really gone anywhere.
Oh, good on you, mate. That's awesome. All right, well, let's kick straight into it. Real easy one. So look, for you, Justin, and everyone's sort of got different memories of Stream, but can you recap for us your years at Stream? So how many years were you there? We know where you came from, and maybe sort of the early days in the third form. Give us a bit of a recap.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I say, I suppose she was a big thing for me, like coming from a little school. I think we had 50 odd kids at primary school, and then dropped off down there at the gates of St. Pat's. And I do remember, like, probably arrived there about 3 o'clock in the morning, in the afternoon, sorry. And by give it half an hour, mum and dad were packed up and gone. And there I was sort of standing there, a little bit shell shocked. But I have to say I loved it. Like, it was, from living where we did out here, and you were sort of had to occupy yourself, and then down there, and suddenly you've got 50, 60 boys all the same age as you running around, and yeah, plenty to do. It was good times. So I enjoyed it. Like, third form was a shock. I'll see old songs last night talking about Bay 3. Well, I remember Bay 1 yet, and old Beast Curtis there next to me, and a few others. I was sort of scratching a little bit for a few of their names, but yeah, Bay 1 was us up at Redwood, so that was cool. And then yeah, the next 3 or 4 years flew by at Stream, and I loved every minute of it. Got to 7th form, and sort of started to think that I was a little bit over perhaps being told what to do, which I suppose we all go through that. And yeah, left at the end of term 1 with big dreams and what I was going to do, and came home here and sort of got settled into life in Taihape. And well, you could say you got stuck here, but no, it was all good. I love what I did. Won't make any regrets about doing it. It was cool. Yeah.
Awesome. I particularly remember you and Beast being really close at school, pretty much right throughout the years you guys were there. You guys were thick as thieves.
Yep, no, we were, and sadly, and I would say a lot of it's probably on my apartment. We caught up a couple of times after leaving school, and we sort of kept in contact a little bit, but not hugely. And yeah, I suppose if there is regrets, it's for not keeping in contact with enough of the boys.
I think we can all say that. And I actually think it's a little bit of uniqueness both to Silverstream and to our year. Once we left school, we all sort of flew in all directions. However, I know for a fact that if I caught up with you somewhere today and we met, it will be like it was yesterday.
That's true.
that's the kind of bond that I know that I don't know, Stream and our guys had in particular.
Yeah, no, that's probably a fair comment. Like I say, it seems like you can just reminisce about certain aspects that happened. It's a long time ago. Hard to put a figure on it, but you can talk it as if it had happened yesterday. Yeah, you did right. Yeah, it's good.
So what did you do? Now you were a prefect. I remember that because we've touched base on that, and I actually don't remember you leaving. But so did you go straight on the farm? And so pretty much straight after school, you've been working on the farm?
Well, I came home and started working on the farm as well as sort of working for other people in the district, just sort of part-time casual. My intention when I left school was I was going home to work and then I was going to university. That changed. I came home, got settled, met a good bunch of guys back here and joined the rugby club and then thought, well, actually, this is all bad. It isn't too bad. I don't need to go to university. And, I could see that I wanted to carry on with farming as the career. And I thought, well, I'll learn just as much on the farm as I will, going and studying books. And I was over books anyway. So, yeah, whether we just carried on from there, really. Yeah, learned as I go.
Well, good on you, mate. I mean, look, I know at school you were a very good student and you did really well there. Now, look, let's get to the family side of things. So I know you're married to Deanna. So tell us about her and how you met and about your children.
Yeah, well, I suppose, as I say, come home from school and into rugby. And, yeah, it's good old country club of rugby. And, yeah, she was still at school. Like we met a few months after I got home from school, actually. And, yeah, we started going out. And
well, so she saw this great looking guy playing a bit of footy and she just couldn't help herself. And
oh yeah, flash you know, those sorts of things, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was. And so we met way back in '93, and we've been together ever since. So we got married in 2001. We've got two kids. We've got Sophie, 18. She's down at Canterbury University doing a sports and exercise degree, majoring in physical education. So she's just started that this year and seems to be enjoying it. And Jack, he's just turned 15, and yeah, he's still at school. Our kids went to Wanganui Collegiate, and he's there, fifth form or year 11, I suppose you'd want to call it. And he seems to be enjoying it. Yeah, well, he's probably a bit like me. Rugby, he enjoys his rugby. Yeah, so that's cool.
Wow,
yeah.
That's
yeah. We the boarding thing. I was definitely, it had to be a boarding school, and I wish Stream was a bit closer these days, but well, it's just because we want to follow them and be as much of their activities as we can, and it's just that little bit too far really to be doing that.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, first of all, congratulations on the length of being together with Deanna and the length of your marriage. I know a number of us, myself included, have been through a couple of marriages now. So well done, mate. You've hung in there. You've done very well.
I'd say it's more her doing. Bring up with me.
Hey, you mentioned your boys at Wanganui Collegiate, a school most of us will know really well. Well, look, I mean, obviously there's differences in every school, but some big differences between Stream and Collegiate or not?
Yeah, there's certainly some differences, but then there's a lot of similarities. They've got a good sort of a house structure, inter-house thing, which is very much like Stream. A lot of tradition, which is like Stream. Yeah, it's good. Their house thing is probably a lot stronger than what Stream was. We had our McDonnell and Scanlon and all those sorts of things. These guys have got houses and they board in their houses, and so that's separated, like they're all split up, and then all the competition is between the houses, and everything that they do is in the house. So it's quite a neat thing, really, and they're a real strong group once they get in those houses. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Bonds them really well from what we can see. Yes, that's cool.
Yeah. Now, back to Stream. What's that, just
a little bit heavier on the check? Just a little bit heavier on the checkbook. That's Stream.
Well, that's it. I mean, you sent your boy to a school with some royal decree, so
yeah, it's not instilling into him, I must say.
Now, just who do you remember? Is there anything in particular, or an event, or a certain class, or classmates, or footy team? Really fond memories that stick out for you at Stream. Are there any one or two or three in particular that you can recap for us?
Oh well, I'd say all the footy teams were pretty much like that. I always remember 4B my first year. Like I hadn't played rugby before I went to Stream, and so yeah, he got in 4B, and I thought, oh geez, didn't make the top team. That was a bit of a kick in the pants. But there's an old fellow. His name was, I think it was Peter Marshall or something like this. This old dude. He was our coach. He's a bit of a layperson taking us, and it wasn't too bad actually. Like he was quite good. So that was good with the footy. Always had strong connections with old Snaky Blake. Peter, he was Father Blake. He was good. Like he was in charge of the first 15, and he took me under his wing a little bit, and I got to be the ball boy for the first 15, and I was always involved there. So yeah, connected well with him, and I guess Bede, he was another one. Libby Curtin, always remember Libby. She was good value. And she was the person I went to first when I thought about leaving school, and sort of questioned her and got her thoughts on it. And
wow.
And yeah, she said, yeah. So that was probably something that I remember majorly. It's not like she made the decision, but she helped me sort of talk through it and realize that, yep, I was probably a little bit over school, and there wasn't a lot of point in staying there. If I'd stayed there, it would have only been for rugby and eating my lunch. So yeah, mum and dad were pleased to come home and save a bit of dough too.
Yeah, I bet. Now, do you keep in touch with anyone from school?
Well, not a lot now. Year, I'll have to say that a year is the fact that we spread. But Taiapi, where there was a lot of boys from Stream when I was there, and there's still a lot of them here now. You get the Kurgan boys. You got Brian and Andrew and Michael, and then my next door neighbour is Scotty Devine.
Yeah,
he farms next door to me, and so I see him and Bryce and Vince and Lance. See all them quite regularly. James Devane's just down the road. See Derek Logan in town a fair bit. Scotty Mickelson. So yeah, no, there's a few Stream boys around. Yeah, that you bump into. And
that's awesome. I mean, you've mentioned some pretty iconic names really that we will all know, and all from Taihape too. I mean, I remember Paul Byford was another one from there.
Yep.
That's really good, Just. Yeah.
Now, so there's a few of them around, and
yeah, definitely. Well, mate, look, that's sort of really nice and easy as far as the question front goes. Look, from me personally, mate, I just wanted to say that it's really good to see you. You were sort of everyone's friend. Everyone loved Justin McCarthy. You were just a good, solid bloke. Very good at footy, very good at the books, and mate, it's a pleasure to see you again, man. You're looking really good.
Yeah, you too. Like it's as I said, I think Colin was talking about Facebook, and it took me a long time to get onto that, and I'm still learning, and the kids will still tell me I'm bloody useless at it and those sorts of things. And technology isn't my friend. It's something that I probably haven't embraced as much as others, but having to a little bit now, even in the farming thing, it's becoming more and more evident that I need to get better at it. And so yeah, it's been good to just see names pop up on things like Facebook, and you think, geez, that's a while ago, but it'd be good to catch up. Yeah, so
definitely
this dinner would be cool, and I'll sort of trying our best, but it's one of those things. We sort of all got different circles moving, and there's parts in there that we've got. I know that weekend we have got a couple of events on, and we'll see if we can get clear of them to perhaps get down. I'm still doing the logistics, but we'll see. Yeah.
Well, listen, mate, see what you can do. We'd love to have you there and to catch up in the flesh, and I know everyone else would be too. Justin McCarthy, that's it. I just want to thank you so much. And do you just want to give a final shout out or last word for you to the rest of the guys that'll be watching this?
Yeah, no, look, it's awesome that you've got this underway, Edge, and obviously it's a kickstart. I hope we can all embrace it, and even if this dinner doesn't work, well then we've all got contacts with each other now, and through this link perhaps, and maybe we can get something even less, if it means less formal somewhere, and just sit down and have a bloody good yarn one day, and I think it'll be good times.
Justin McCarthy, you are the man. Have a great day up there in Taihape. Thanks very much, mate. I really appreciate it.
Sweet as, Huge. Better get back some work. See you later.
See you, Just.
Yeah, mate.